This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, that's not for the topic.
Throw keyword.
Yeah, last class we like throws keyword is completed, and in exception handling only one keyword is pending, right? What is that keyword, guys? And we have
Throw.
the throw keyword is pending. So today we'll discuss the throw keyword, and will exception will be completed. And guys, a small information from my end. And tomorrow onwards, we have the 10 o'clock advanced Java class. 10 a.m. is advanced Java class. If anyone is interested, please join the tomorrow onwards ADV Java class. Guys, tomorrow onwards 10 a.m. advanced Java. So we will send the registration link to your mail ID. Just you try to register and try to join the class by tomorrow 10 a.m. Advanced Java class, guys. Good. Guys, try block, as you know, like try block, guys, you'll understand the advanced Java without waste the time to better write in the advanced Java class. Because advanced Java class, after that we have to take again Spring and Spring classes, right? As I said, you have to in the Spring class, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we done try block, guys. Try block contains exceptional code. It may or may not raise an exception. Catch block contains like what next? Like catch block contains logic. This logic is executed when the try block exception rise, right? When the try block exception rise. Yes. Whatever finally block here, the finally block is always executed. The finally block is always executed. If there is no if the finally block is always executed, both normal and normal and yes, finally block is always executed, both in normal and abnormal cases, right? Exactly. Guys, what are throws keyword here? Throws keyword to delegate the responsibilities of exception handling to throws keyword to delegate the responsibilities of exception handling to caller method, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, next one is like throw keyword. So what is the purpose of throw keyword? Yes, basically throw keyword to handle the user defined exceptions. Okay, guys, throw keyword purpose is what? Basically throw keyword to handle the user defined exceptions, guys, like customization of exception handling. And today class, first of all, we have to create your own applications. Yes, you have to create your own exceptions. Okay. Yes, today class we will create your own exceptions like user defined exceptions, guys. Create your own exception and tell me, guys, create what? Create your own exception. Project level, we have to create our own exceptions, right? Project level, create our own exception and we have to raise that exceptions, guys. Guys, today we'll focus on how to create user defined exceptions, how to handle the user defined exceptions, right? Exactly, guys. Simply our project level, definitely user defined exceptions are important, guys. User defined exceptions. Good. Guys, there are two types of user defined exceptions, guys. User defined checked exception, user defined unchecked exception. Guys, user defined unchecked exception. User defined and what? User defined unchecked exception. Second is what? User defined checked exception, guys. User defined unchecked exception, checked exception. And see, guys, to create user defined unchecked exception. See, for example, our class will become exception class. Guys, invalid age exception. Our class will become exception class. Guys, our class will become exception class. See, runtime unchecked exception means it's extending which class, guys? Guys, I said in first one, unchecked exceptions are extending which class? Exception class or runtime exception class? Invalid age exception. I want to make it as unchecked exception. Unchecked exception extending which class, guys? Yeah? Guys, unchecked exceptions are extending which class here? Unchecked exceptions are extending runtime exception class, right? Exactly. Guys, to make your class is unchecked exception class, we have to extend such class, runtime exception class, right? Guys, what about checked exception class? To make your class is a checked exception class, we have to extend such class, guys. Here we have to extend the exception class basically. Guys, are it clear now? To make your class is unchecked exception class. We have to extend which class guys here? Runtime exception. Second step is what? To make your class is checked exception class. We have to extend which class guys here? Guys, we have to extend which class? We have to extend the exception class, right? Exactly. Yeah, basically, to create them, yeah, basically to create user-defined unchecked exception or checked exception, guys, both cases, we have the two ways, guys. To create user-defined unchecked exception or checked exception, we have the two approaches. One is the default construct approach. Guys, to create exception, we have which approach? Default construct approach. Default constructor approach. Hmm. Default construct approach. Second one is what? Params constructor approach, which is nothing but what? Parameterized. Okay, parameterized constructor approach. Guys, to create the user defined exception, we have the two approaches, guys. Default constructor approach and what? Parameterized constructor approach. So what is the difference between the default constructor approach and parameterized constructor? Because default constructor approach, see, some cases when you got exception, it is displaying only exception message, right, without description. Yes, when you got the exception, it is displaying only exception message or not, without description. Default constructor approach, guys, when you create your exception using default constructor approach, guys, when you create your exception using default constructor approach, guys, when you create the exception using what? Default constructor approach, guys, then it is just displaying exception message, guys, that's it. Guys, displaying exception message with description, without description. So without description, guys, without description, guys, without description. Sir, I want exception with the description. Because if you want with the description, you can go for the params constructor approach, guys. Parameterized constructor approach. It is displaying exception with the yes, with the description, right? Exactly, guys. So default constructor approach, it will display exception message without description, guys. And the parameterized constructor approach, it will create the exception with the description, right? And exactly. Yes, I'll develop this application. Okay, I'll write the code for this. Okay, good. Guys, we understood that there are two types of user-defined exceptions. One is user-defined unchecked exception, user-defined checked exception. User-defined unchecked and user-defined checked exception. To make your classes user-defined unchecked exception, we have to extend which class, guys, here? We have to extend the runtime exception, right? Exactly. The user-defined unchecked exception means we have to extend runtime exception class. Checked exception means we have to extend exception class. There are two ways, guys. One is one is like with the description, without description, right? Default constructor is without description, guys. With the parameterized constructor means what with the description, right? Exactly, guys. Can you do one example to get the clarity, guys? Guys, while doing the example, just you have to follow the two steps. Step one and step two. What are the two steps? Guys, what are the two steps means step one? First of all, create the exception, guys. Guys, what the first step here? Create the mm, create the exception, guys. Second step is what? Once we create the user-defined exception, guys, create the user-defined exception. Second step is what? So use the exception in our project, right? Use the exception. Yeah, use the exception in our what project, right? Exactly, guys. Okay, just you have to follow the two steps here. Step one is like create the exception, user defined exception, and second step is what? Use the exception in our project, right? Exactly, guys. Wait for first step, guys. First step is just create the exception. Guys, to create the exception, just now I said your normal Java class will become exception class. We have to extend from what? Runtime exception class, right? Guys, invalid is exception, extending row runtime exception. Guys, here I'm not writing any constructor. If you are not writing any constructor, then which constructor is there by default? Guys, if you are not writing any constructor by default, which constructor is there? default constructor, right? Exactly. Guys, can you save this code invalid is exception data Java file? In local disk key, I want save this code. So invalid is exception data Java file. Exactly, guys. That is step one, guys. What is step two here? We have to use this exception. Guys, that's it. Your exception is ready. So to make your class is exception class, we have to extend runtime exception class. So your exception is ready. But the second step, we have to use that exception in our project, right? Exactly. Guys, in our project, how to use that exception? In our project, how to use that exception? See, guys, for example, just I'm creating one application like if else condition statement, guys. Step one is like create the exception. Step two is like use that exception of project. See this code once. So invalidate exception.java file is ready. Next one is you can see this is my test.java, my file. This is my test.java, guys. Guys, in the test.java, you can observe one point here. So test.java file. Yeah, see this code, guys. Are you able to understand this code, right? In the main method, I'm creating scanner object and enter. I'm taking your age, and I'm calling the validate method. Yes, validate method expecting how many arguments? Age argument, right? By passing this age, just I'm calling validate argument, right?
Yes.
By passing that age, just you are calling age. If age greater than 18 years, eligible for marriage. If age less than 18 years, guys. If age less than 18 years, I have to the message like you are not eligible for marriage. Try after some time. Guys, age less than greater than 18 years, eligible for marriage. Less than 18 years, I want you the message you are not eligible. Yes, giving the message like you are not eligible, like simple message is recommended, and giving the except message is recommended. Guys, giving the normal message is recommended, giving except message is recommended.
Exception message is recommended.
Yes, definitely giving what? Exception message is recommended, right?
Yes.
Giving the exception message is what recommended basically. Okay, that's the reason, guys. Giving the exception message is recommended. That's what here I'm creating object of what? Arithmetic exception, guys. Guys, right? Basically, arithmetic exception using throw keyword, guys. Using throw keyword, guys, we are creating arithmetic exception object, giving the message like you are not eligible for marriage, something like this, and we can throw this exception to the user, guys. We can throw this exception to user using which keyword, guys? Here, throw keyword. Guys, we can throw this exception to user using which keyword here? Throw. Just guys, I'm creating object, I'm throwing that object to the user using throw keyword, right? As I'm creating exception object, I'm throwing that object to the user using which keyword, guys? Here, throw keyword, right? Exactly. Guys, to throw the exception to the users, you can go for the throw keyword. Guys, in this case, tell me when the user is using the throw keyword to throw the exception, here I'm throwing which exception, guys?
Arithmetic exception.
Yeah, here I'm throwing which exception? Arithmetic exception. But arithmetic exception is a predefined exception, user-defined exception.
Predefined exception.
Yeah, Java C test.java, guys. Code is compiled fine, definitely, no problem at all. See, the full code is compiled fine, guys. Code executed fine. Asking like enter your age. I enter like 28 years means eligible, not a problem. I enter like 12 years. See the message, guys. If you enter the 12 years, it is throwing which exception to you? Which exception to you? It is throwing arithmetic exception. You are not eligible for marriage, right? Guys, yes or no? It means using throws, we can using throw keyword, we can throw the exception like this, guys. Whenever you want, just you can throw the exception, right? But here, tell me, guys, using throw keyword, I'm throwing which exception now? I'm throwing like checked exception, unchecked exception. Sorry. I'm throwing like predefined exception, user defined exception.
Predefined one.
Yeah, but throwing the predefined exceptions recommended or not recommended, guys?
Not recommended for the user defined
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, to use like using throw keyword, we can throw the predefined exceptions, no problem. But is recommended to throw or not recommended to throw predefined exception? Definitely,
Not
it's not recommended to throw predefined exception, right? For the reason, guys, because predefined exceptions already contain some fixed meaning, right? Guys, automatic exception means we have some fixed meaning, right? That's what, guys. Don't disturb the predefined support, guys. Hmm? Guys, arithmetic exception already contains some fixed meaning, so don't disturb what? Don't disturb the predefined support, right? Guys, don't
Yes.
disturb the predefined support, right? Sir, no, guys, don't disturb the predefined support, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So if you are not disturbing the predefined support, like predefined exception, then what the purpose of throw keyword then? Throw keyword is mainly for which exception, guys? Guys,
User
throw keyword is
defined.
mainly for which exceptions? User defined exceptions, right?
Yes.
Exactly. In application level, we have to create your own exception and we have to raise your own exceptions, right?
Yes.
Hmm? That is called user defined exception, guys. Guys, this is fine, right? Yeah. Second point, what I've done here. Here, I created user defined exception. Which exception I created, guys?
Invalid age exception.
Invalid age exception. Here, can I throw the invalid age exception now? Invalid
Yes.
age exception I'm throwing here. I'm throwing invalid age exception. Just you can write the semicolon, right? But now here you can see new invalid age exception. After new keyword, this part is called constructor part, right? In the
Yes.
invalid age exception class, here do you have any constructor now? No constructor. No constructor means which constructor is there? Default constructor, right? Default
Yes.
constructor. And this is called which constructor? Zero argument default constructor, zero argument constructor, right? Then here default constructor executed or not? Guys,
Yes.
I'm using like throw new invalid age exception. That's it. Throw new invalid age exception means what? I am throwing which exception now? Invalid
User
age exception,
defined
right?
one.
Yeah, user defined exception, right? Exactly. So now we can see, guys, previously we are throwing arithmetic exception. Now we are throwing the invalid age exception. Then code is compiled fine, code executed fine. A same 12 years age. See the message, guys, here. We got which exception now? Guys,
Invalid
we
age.
got which exception? Invalid. With any description is there here? There is no
No.
description
Message is not there.
because we are using default construct, right? We are using
Yes.
default constructor, guys. We didn't pass any message. Guys, only see, it's a default constructor means zero argument. Parameters constructor means you can pass the message, right? Because parameters constructor means what? We can pass the message or not. Guys, you got the clarity, right? So using throw keyword, we can throw the predefined exception. We can throw the predefined exception and what? We can throw the user defined exception, right? Exactly. But throwing which exception is recommended? Guys,
User defined exception.
but throwing which exception recommended? User defined exceptions are recommended, right?
Yes.
Exactly, guys. This is the example with a description or without description.
Without description.
Right. First step is we have to create your own exception. Create the
In
user
this
defined exception.
case, we don't have that import any package.
Because both are there in the same file, right? I didn't use the package statements. Both are saved in the same location, right?
Oh, okay. So some different package mean we can import that package.
If the exceptions are there in one exception package, client code is there in some other package means we have to import that. But as of now, both are I doing in the same package, right? I'm doing with the
Yes,
same
yes.
package, right?
Okay, sir.
Exactly. That's what import is not required. Second case is what, guys? This is my test.java. Good. There is application with description or without description.
Without description.
Application without description, right? Exactly. Yes, but the point here, using throw keyword, we can throw the predefined exceptions. Yeah, using throw keyword, guys. Using throw keyword, it is possible to, yeah, tell me, guys, it is possible to throw. Guys, using throw keyword,
Predefined
using throw
exceptions.
keyword, it is possible to throw. It is possible to throw predefined exceptions as well as, guys,
User
it is
defined.
possible to throw what? Predefined exceptions. The second one is what? B is like user defined exception,
User
right?
defined.
Exactly. Guys, using throw keyword, it is possible to throw predefined exception and user defined exception. Guys, but throwing which exception recommended?
User defined one.
Exactly. But throwing the user defined exception is recommended. Yeah, that is information, guys. So using throw keyword, we can throw the predefined exception as well as we can throw the user defined exception, right? This is the line I'm using like if else condition, guys. Throwing which exception here?
Predefined one.
Yeah, this is like throwing the predefined exception, right? As using throw keyword, we can throw the predefined exception, and it is possible to throw the user defined exception also, right? Okay. Yeah, using throw keyword, you can throw the predefined exceptions, guys. Predefined exceptions, and it is possible to throw which exception, user defined exception also, right? But throwing which exceptions are recommended simply, guys.
User
Throwing
defined
which
one.
exceptions are recommended. Throwing
User
definitely, yeah. Throwing user defined exceptions are recommended. You got the clarity, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it is what recommended, right? So predefined exception recommended, not recommended. So it is not recommended. Not recommended because these are having fixed meaning, right? Okay, these are having what fixed meanings, right? Arithmetic exception is having fixed meaning or not. That's what don't disturb predefined support, guys. That is information basically. Guys, see the example one. This is applic exception with the description, without description. So creating,
Without
creating unchecked exception, guys, creating unchecked exception with the description, without description, without description, right?
Yes.
Yeah, without a description, guys. Next line, I want to create the exception with the description, guys. Example true. I want to create the exception with the description, right? Example two. So creating exception, guys, creating exception with the description, without description, with
with
the yeah, with the description, right? Exactly. Guys, how many steps you have to follow? Tell me total. Two steps. Step one, step two. Guys, what is step one?
create the exception.
Create the exception. Now you want default constructor approach or parameterized constructor approach?
Parameterized one.
Guys, you want default constructor or parameters? Usman,
Parameterized.
Parametric.
Usman is there or not? Usman is not at all talking today.
No, no, sir, I'm there.
How are you, man?
Good, good, sir.
Hmm? This is the default paradigm. Guys, tomorrow advanced Java 10 o'clock. You guys are attending, right? Everyone.
Yes, sir, we are
And
Sir, any other timing is there?
no, yeah, because actually I have some other work that other time. So that 10 o'clock I'm going to teach like advanced Java. Guys, if
Before that,
anyone
you
is
told 8 o'clock.
yeah, 8
Sir,
o'clock I said, but 8 o'clock I got some other project work is there. That's what I decided to take the 10 o'clock. Tell me, yeah.
9 to 10 class will be there or not?
Yeah, 9 to 10 your core Java class is there, 10 to 11 your
Okay.
advanced Java class is there. Okay.
No. Okay. Fine.
So, how many days are left in our core Java class?
Oh, core Java is there.
I mean, how many days are left?
How many days we done?
We started on 16th March.
16th March.
Yes, 16th.
Okay, 16th March means
16th,
16th
15th May.
March.
Almost 1.5 months.
Almost 1.5 month means you can expect one more month, 2.5 months, because I'm taking your class bit slowly. You can expect one more month. Around.
Okay.
I mean,
Fine, right?
complete May.
We can expect the complete May also. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Parallel, take the advanced Java class. That will be better for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for
So,
testers, I mean, it's not recommended. Can I take only the JTBC part that you told me?
Definitely. You can take only JDBC part for that.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Mm. Tomorrow, Venkat. Yes, tomorrow 9 to 10 we have the class time concept. Oops concept will start, Venkat, tomorrow onwards.
okay, sir.
Yeah. So we done with the big topics definitely. Yes, class concept is all. It will take almost 8 days classes because it's very important topics. We know that we are going in good way, right? So
Yes, sir.
that's what maybe the class be taking some extra duration, but okay, try to take the class. Guys, advanced Java class tomorrow 8 a.m. is advanced Java class is there. Advanced Java tomorrow sorry 10 a.m. 10 a.m. It's by Mr. Ratan. It's my class. And spring class is there, guys. If anyone is friends looking for spring class, which is like 8 a.m. By Mr. Ganesh, sir. He's also very good faculty. It's one of my friend Vesker in my company. Now he's in South Africa. He's working in one company in South Africa.
Yeah.
But I am here only. Clear? Advanced Java is at 10 a.m. guys. Spring class is at 8 a.m. So tomorrow have these classes. Tuesday. Good guys.
The link will be different for spring class.
Different link is there. Definitely.
Sir, you will take a spring class also, right?
No, it will take some time. That's what better to guys is I'll give some one recommended point is you can take if possibility is there, you decided to take the spring classes. Okay. No, generally if you take both parallel also it is well and good. But again will core Java, Spring and advanced Java means maybe we have to check once. But if you attend 3 classes parallelly, it will be good enough because within 2 months you will complete the core Java, advanced Java, even Spring also. Then immediately you're ready for to apply for job. You're ready
Sir,
for to
but
apply.
your teaching is good, sir.
It's fine, and it's one of my friend. He is also will teach very good actually Spring classes. He will teach you very good. Anyhow, we will share the record session for you, and he will teach very good. You try to take the demo class. You try to take the demo class first.
Okay.
Yeah. For you guys today, I will send the meeting links for you. Advance again 2 months, Venkat. Yeah, Venkat. Every course is 2 months is minimum requirement. Maybe some 5-6 days are extra only, not less than that days. Again, definitely 2 months. Advanced Java, everything I'll go for Eclipse ID, guys, because we will do the complete practicals using Eclipse ID. Eclipse from Advanced Java onwards, Spring, Advanced Java, Hibernate is always Eclipse ID, guys. So we are okay because the code is automatically generated by ID, right? Yeah, the code is automatically generated by ID, most of the code, so it will be safe. Will be safe. Yes, Advanced also duration is 2 months. Spring also duration is 2 months. Everything is duration is 2 months. Spring maybe it will take like 2 months only, guys, because Spring they will teach you 40 days. But recently we have a Spring Boot concept, right? They have to teach the Spring Boot also. That's what they're taking like 2 months classes. They're taking like 2 months classes. Yeah. Guys, are clear now? It's fine, guys. The second example, you're going for the default constructor approach. Sorry, parameterized constructor approach, guys. Parameterized constructor approach means what? Take the constructor. What I will do tomorrow for that. I will tell you, Durga, because you have some few topics are pending. I will take you the topic in the 9 a.m. class. I will take you the topics in the 9 a.m. class. If you want, Durga, just if you have the time, you just try to continue this batch. Anyway, you have the link with you, right? Charan and Durga, you try to continue this batch, okay? Good, guys. Good. Second is what do user define like parameters constructor, guys, with the description, right? With the description you have, right? Guys, can I take the invalid exception? Guys, with the description means I can make a string message, right? Guys, string a message or not. That's it. Guys, this is a construct with how many arguments? Construct with one argument, right? Exactly. This is a construct with one argument I created here. Come to test class. So they come to test class here. In the test class. Now we see this is invalid age exception. I think we are throwing the invalid age exception, guys. But after new keyword, this part is called constructor. Previously, default constructor is there. That's what here zero argument constructor, no problem. But now in invalid age exception, we have the default constructor. We have one argument constructor. Guys, now in invalid age exception, we have the default constructor, one argument constructor.
Default one.
Oi. Now here.
Here it is in one arg constructor.
In the invalid age exception, like one argument constructor is there. One argument constructor means what? While creation of object, we have to pass that argument or not?
Yes.
Guys, here one argument constructor is there. Invalid age exception is one argument constructor. That's what while creation of object, while creation of object, Here we have to pass that argument or not. Guys, this
Yes.
is called constructor, right? Now constructor with how many arguments? One argument. Here we have to pass that argument, guys. Guys, what is that argument?
Yes, sir.
String.
String argument, right? So can I pass message? You're not eligible. So try after some time, right? Try after some time. Some message like this, guys. That's all, guys. We done in the application. But one small information, guys. Actually, here the data comes to this constructor basically. What is the message here? You are not eligible, right? Then we have to pass this message to the parent class, guys, basically. Okay, we have to pass this message to parent class, which class a runtime exception. Then only the data will be displayed. And guys, if you want, you can run this code up to now. You can code is compiled fine. Yeah, code is compiled fine. Java class is which class, guys? Here, test class. Enter the age 12 years. See, still we got the message. We didn't get the message here. We didn't get the message. That's what, guys. We have to pass this message to the parent class. How to pass this message to the parent class means using super keyword, guys. Using super, we have to pass this message to the parent class. To represent the parent class data, we are using which keyword, guys? Here, super keyword, right? That's it. By using like super here, Java the class name is called what? Test class. Enter the same 12 years. Now you can see what the message, guys, here. Invalid is exception. So you are not eligible. Try after some time, right? Guys, I hope you got the clarity, right? Here default constructor means here without argument. Default constructor, zero arguments. So exception without description. If you need the description, you can take the one argument. What the argument is? String argument. Then here you can take the data. Guys, are you clear now? Guys, application with description and application without description, guys. With the description and what? Without description, right? With the description means parameterized constructor. Without description means default constructor. Guys, any questions, please? That is example number user defined unchecked exception, guys. User defined unchecked exception, the parameterized constructor approach. It means with the description, right? With the description, guys. Yeah, that is example number how much here? Example 2, right? That's all. Guys, any questions, please?
Hello.
Tell me. Yeah.
Sir. Sir, what about the rest of the statements, sir? If it is there any rest of the statement, it will going to execute.
Where after throwing exception?
Yes, sir.
After throwing exception, guys, if you write any rest of the code, it's saying like system.out.println of written here I written. After throw, guys, if you written any lines of code, it will throw like unreachable statement, guys. Very good question. Because this is like return statement, guys. It is throwing exception, nothing but it is returning the data, right, to the user, right? Guys, throwing the exception is nothing but what? Returning something, right? Return statement. It's just like return statement, guys. After the return, if you write any statement, then what happened, guys? It will become unreachable, right? Becomes what? Unreachable or not? Because you know return statement, right? Generally return statements, after return statement, if you write any data, generally you get the unreachable statement or not. In the same way here also, after throw keyword, guys, if anything, if you return, you get the unreachable statement. That's what, guys. In if else condition, check the data and throw that exception. If else, just checking the data, throwing exception, right? Guys, checking the data and throwing the exception, right? That is the information basically. Yes, are it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is information, guys. After throw, if you write any statement, the statement will be what? Saying like unreachable statement, guys. Exactly. Any other questions?
Sir, already we are extending the runtime exception. Why necessarily the super keyword is required?
No, if you're extending means it doesn't call everything about the parent class data, right? Until we are calling. We have to call the parent class constructor by passing our message. Then only it is able to display our message. Your parent class contains constructor. The parent class constructor means by default it won't execute, right? As a child class, we have to call that constructor, right? That's what in the child class, just I'm calling the parent class constructor. The child class, just I'm calling the parent class constructor, right? Yeah, that is information basically.
I think we will understand this concept once we start OOPS and inheritance.
Fine, just this line only you need, right?
Yes, exactly.
That line will understood. When you call the super keyword, it's not a problem. Guys, are you clear what the difference between checked exception and unchecked exception, guys? Now, previously you created this is a checked type, unchecked type.
Unchecked
Unchecked type. That's what is extending which class is here? Extending runtime exception, right?
runtime.
Extending runtime exception. I want to make it as a checked exception. To make it as a checked exception means we have to extend which class, guys? Exception class or runtime exception class? Exception class. That's it, guys. Now, yeah, remove this one. This is like checked exception class. If it is a checked exception class means now invalid is exception checked type, unchecked type. Invalid is exception checked type, unchecked type. Checked type. Once if we create the checked type means if application contains checked exception, code is compiled, not compiled. I think checked exceptions are safe exception, right? Thread.sleep may interrupt exception. If application contains interrupt exception, file not found exception, these are checked type, right? These are checked type means if application contains checked exception, then code is compiled, not compiled.
Not compiled.
Guys,
The code not compiled.
code is not compiled. Here also same thing, right? Now we create invalid is exception. Invalid is exception is checked type, unchecked type.
Checked type.
Yes, invalid checked type. Checked type means code is compiled, not compiled, not compiled. Then we have to handle this exception, right? Exactly. To handle the exception, how many ways are there total? Two ways are there. One is try catch block. Second one is what? Throws keyword, guys.
Throws.
I can use like throws invalid exception here, and here also I'm using throws keyword. Yeah, throws invalid exception, guys. That's the only difference here. One difference, like one point is what? Your class has to extend which class, guys? Guys, your class has to extend which class? Your class has to extend the exception class.
Exception
And second
class.
difference is what? If your application contains checked exception means code is compiled, not compiled.
Not compiled.
Code is not compiled, mandatory we have to handle, right? That's mandatory we have to handle. Mandatory have to handle, right? Yeah, that is the difference, guys, basically.
So how you have put this in the checked, invalid age exception in the category of checked exception.
If you're extending exception class, that will be the checker, right?
But in the
Here
case
we,
of
hmm.
in the case of unchecked exception, we are also extending the exception class.
That's
Are you
what-
listening the class or not, man?
That was runtime exception.
That's what I'm saying, right? In the first case here, user defined checked exception means extending exception class. So previously we extending runtime exception. Previously you're extending what? Runtime exception.
Okay, sir.
Guys, are you clear? That is called checked type versus what? Unchecked type. If it is checked type means we have to, once if we handle it, is code is compiled fine. It's not a problem. Code is compiled fine. Java test class. We got the enter age, 12 years. We got the output, right? You are not eligible. Try after some time. You are not eligible. Try after some time. Guys, are you clear now? That is called invalid age exception, like test.java file. Guys, that's all we done with the exception handling. We're done with the exception handling, guys. So using throw keyword, guys, use it to throw the exceptions. Use it to throw the predefined exceptions and user defined exceptions. But throwing which exceptions are recommended, guys?
User defined one.
Throwing which exceptions are recommended means user defined exceptions are recommended because don't throw the predefined exceptions because predefined exceptions already having some fixed meaning, right? Messages already they have the message, right? Guys, there's a 5 keywords in exception handling. Try block contains exceptional code. It may or may not raise an exception. Catch block contains what?
Logic.
Catch block contains logic. This logic is executed whenever the exception rise in the try block. And finally block, guys. Finally block code execute always. Guys, finally block code execute always. Irrespective of try catches, right?
Yes.
Irrespective of try catches, right? Exactly. Yeah. So next one is, see guys, a stack overflow error. So when we call the methods recursively, right? Because when I'm calling like M1 method, in the main method I'm calling M1 method, guys. When you call the method name is stored in the stack memory, right? First is main is stored. Main is calling M1, M1 is calling M2, M2 is calling M1. So it's keep on storing into stack memory, right? Yes, when it is keep on storing into stack memory, it's raising exception like which exception, guys? Yeah. So it's saying like error like stack overflow, right? It's keep on storing. Finally, it's showing a error message like what? Stack overflow, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, when we call the methods recursively, so we'll get the like cyclic process. M1 is calling M2, M2 is calling M1. So keep on storing. Finally, it's saying exception like which exception, guys? Stack. So finally, it's raising error is called which error, guys? Stack overflow, right? Exactly. It's fine. Guys, you try to complete these assignments, guys. What is assignment one? What is the difference between the java.lang dot no class def found error, guys? No class def found error and class not found exception. Guys, what is the difference between what? Class not found exception and no class def found error. Guys, are you clear now? Class not found exception and no class def found error. Next assignment is like we have created exceptions, guys. We created exception. Is any possibilities there to create errors? There's any possibilities there to create errors? Yes means right example, no means no example, not required. Guys, the question is clear. Can we create user-defined errors or not? I can create my own error or not. If yes means what? You write the example, how to create error and how to process error. And if there is not possible to create the user-defined error means no problem, right? It's not possible to create the error means, so no worries, right? Okay, very clear now. There is no worries. And assignment 3 is like, see this assignment 3, guys. This is like assignment 1. This is like assignment 2. This is like assignment 3, right? Assignment 1, 2, 3. What are 3 guys here? File 1. File 1 is like 2 young exception. 2 young exception, guys, create without description. 2 old exception with description, guys. You are not eligible to marriage. 2 young exception without description, guys. 2 old exception with a description. In application, take the input from end user, guys. Take the input from end user. If age is less than 18 years, age is less than 18 years. If age is less than 18 years means what? Throw the new 2 young exception. Guys, throw which exception? 2 young exception. If age is greater than 35 means what? Throw 2 old exception. If age between 18 to 35, say message like you are eligible for marriage. Guys, say the message like you are eligible to marriage, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, are you clear? Now 3 assignments are clear, right? First assignment is like what is the difference between the no class def found error and class no found exception. First error. Second one is can we create user defined errors or not? If yes means what? Write the example. No means what? No example. Third one is what, guys? Create the user defined. Create the unchecked exception, guys. Create the unchecked exception. Two young exception, two old exception. Guys, two young exception on what? Two old exception. In application, take the input from end user. In application, take the input from end user. Age less than 18 years, two young exception. Greater than 35 years means two old exception. If age between the 18 to 35, age between the 18 to 35, say the message like you are eligible for marriage, right? Guys, say the message you are eligible for marriage, right? That is information, guys. Try to complete 3 assignments. Guys, there are different type of error exceptions are there. There's possibilities and some possibilities here. Arithmetic exception means 10 by 0. String index order one's exception rather than that caret at second position. Second position character means T is there. Other than that caret at 12th position. Guys, 12th position is what the character queue. String index order one's exception, right? Yeah, array index order one's exception, guys. Anyhow, the respective topics, guys, while discussing arrays concept, we'll discuss these two exceptions. While coming to string manipulations, we'll discuss the string index order one's exception. When you go for the multi-threading level, you go for the interrupt exception. File handling level, file not found exception. Like the different topics, you'll get these exceptions again, but just I'm listing some of the exceptions here. Guys, I'm listing some of the exceptions, right? Exactly, guys. And negative array size exception means when you create the array, guys, the size is like -5. If the size is like -5 means what? Negative array size exception, right? Thread.sleep method means interrupt exception. File input stream, I'm trying to read the file means file not found exception. Null pointer exception, guys. Here string str1 contains written str dot length means what happened here? 5 you will get the length, right? Guys, length how much here? 5. str2 dot length, guys. str2 dot length means str2 contains any length null. str2 contains null value, right? Guys, str2 contains what? Null value, right? On the null, you're trying to find out the length. You'll get the exception. Which exception, guys, here? Null point exception, right? Exactly. Guys, on the null data, if you're trying to call any operation, guys, on the null data, you're trying to call any operation, you'll get which exception, guys, here? Null pointer, yeah, null point exception, right? Guys, you got the exception is which exception, guys? Null point exception, right? Exactly. Guys, we got the exception like what? Null pointer. Yeah, we got the exception like what? Null pointer exception, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Even this one is also assign t equal null initial. I'm creating object, guys. After assigning object, we assign the t equal null, right? T equal null, we are calling the t dot m1. So already it is assigned to null value. We are calling the t dot m1 again. Then we get the exception like which exception, guys, here? Null point exception. Guys, we got the exception like what? Null point exception, right? Exactly. Guys, next one is what I'm creating integer object, guys. Integer I equal to new integer of 10. Guys, integer I equal to what? New integer of 10. 10 is I'm passing the string data. This string is able to convert into which format? Integer format, right? Yeah, the string is able to convert into which format? Integer format. But this is like t and 10, right? Yes, is the t and 10 is able to convert in integer format or not?
No.
Is the t and 10 is able to convert integer format or not? No, we got number format exception, guys. Guys, different. This will get as part of wrapper classes concept. Okay, this will get wrapper class concept, guys. These exceptions we will see again depends on the topic. Depends on the topic, you'll get the multiple exceptions. Okay, yeah, guys, that's all for the today class. So we'll meet in tomorrow class. Will continue, and tomorrow, guys, without fail, try to attend the advanced Java classes by 10 a.m. Your core Java class will be 9 a.m. Okay. Bye, guys.
Sir,
Tomorrow I'll
about
meet.
spring links. Sir.
Spring will be 8 o'clock. I will share the spring link also to you.
Okay. Sir. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.